My name is Baba and Mwalimu Baruti. I am a husband, father, teacher, author, and African warrior scholar. Today, I'm going to take a few moments to share with you a brief synopsis on the content of one of my books. Kebuka, which is subtitled Remembering the Middle Passage Through the Eyes of Our Ancestors, is my favorite book. At least it was the book that I enjoyed writing the most. It was also the most painful book to write. Kebuka talks about what we went through from the point of capture on the continent to our arrival on this shore. And I guess the thing I really, if you will, like about it the most is the reception that is received. I think every credible author wants to have their book experienced. They want to know that it had an effect on the people who read it. They want to know that it influenced their lives in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I wrote Kebuka trying to make people feel this journey like they actually were on it. I mean, I talked about the Middle Passage for years, teaching in college, and I talked about it here at Akaben. And one of the things that was disturbing to me was that even though they got the points didn't last. And it registered at that time that if people don't feel, or say we as African people don't feel whatever it is that's important, we're not going to remember. It's not going to stick. The impact is not going to be there. You have to find ways to make large events understood. So I sat down to put it on paper, and the greatest compliments that I've received were from people who were in pain from it. People who said, don't read it before you go to sleep. People who said they sat by the river and just cried, and doing lectures on Kebuka, which is also my favorite lecture of every year. Do Kebuka lecture every year, is that people feel it. People really feel being on that journey. They feel the difficulty that our ancestors went through getting here. They really feel it. So Kebuka is my favorite for that reason. I believe that the ancestors appreciate this story because it's not watered down. It doesn't make our enslavers feel better. It doesn't exaggerate anything in terms of the comfort level that we experienced coming here, because there was absolutely no comfort. So I really think that Kebuka needs to be read. In fact, as I said, it's my favorite book. I think that Kebuka needs to be read more than any of the other books that I've written. And it was so painful. It was painful enough in writing it for me that the book that I planned on writing after it, which would be a journey through being enslaved on the plantations in the Americas, I decided not to do it. It was too difficult to write this book, but it's still something I believe all warriors need to read. I hope that you have found this video interesting, informative, and insightful. If you want to purchase this book, please click on the Add to Cart button. Your purchase helps inspire me to continue writing books for the education of our people and to develop a new generation of African warrior scholars in our African-centered school, the Akaben Institute. Thank you for your time. Abibi Fahodie.